No, there's a Solar 3.0 dev insight video. I'll post it in chat.
I gotta go. I'm sorry. All right, chat. 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Let's watch it.
We had this North Star when we were building Solar that it was like getting a new console for Christmas. Oh my God, it's Solar 3.0. You want to open it up and you want to hook it up and you're really excited and you want it to blow you away. Ideally, it melts your face off. The fact that your core powers have been stagnant for 3 years now doesn't mesh with an evolving world, a living world. So we really wanted to make sure that as we build towards this moment, your Guardian is also meaningfully changing too.
Solar All Up allows you to make some really powerful combinations and to kill monsters in ways that you had not previously imagined you could.
We wanted to make sure we delivered on the Fire God fantasy. We have both the extremely lovely warmth of the sun and the extremely deadly scorching heat of the sun, and we wanted to marry those two in a complete package.
For the Titan, they are burn the world, basically. Like, they are the best at big damage. So for the Gunslinger, like, they're the best at weapon damage, so they are the people that make their team radiant. And then for the Warlock, we wanted to lean into this combo of Archangel and Pyromancer, where they're very good at burning things, but also, like, they're the best healers out of the classes.
The priority is always deliver on fantasy, deliver on fun. It has to be balanced totally, but that balance can never come at the expense of fun. There needs to be cackles and giggles in the playtest. Oh, in the head! Oh, that's a twofer! Mike actually dubbed it Operation Caliente, but we came up with a series of changes that we're going to make Solar more spicy, but within reason. Yeah! Oh, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening.
We just started throwing out random ideas.
Consecration came out of this idea that we wanted to give Titans an ability that was just like, one thing needs to die.
That dual hammer?
And it was like, oh, well, if you're in the air with 2 hammers, there's no way you're not slamming them.
Very different from anything we've ever built before. So we weren't actually sure if we could do it. But then, 4 hours later or so, I posted a video of a prototype and they're like, oh yeah, we should do this.
You just go in and you just unleash. And then it's funny too, because you do this and it feels complete almost, like just, it's an uppercut. But then if you're up there and then you can just bring them down, that combo, that's where it's at.
So new for Hunter, we have Gunpowder Gamble. I call it like a super trip mine, effectively. It's like a bundle of 3 trip mine grenades that you like duct tape together or like wrapped up with a belt. It can stick to walls and it can stick to enemies. But the cool part of it is we made it really easy for you to shoot it out of the air. So you can really live your gunslinger trick shot fantasies of like throwing a stick of dynamite and then whipping out your hand cannon, blasting it out of the air to like blow people up behind cover or behind a corner or stuff like that.
Incinerator Snap. Incinerator Snap is really cool in that it provides a role where there's a large crowd control, right? There's a large amount of targets in front of me. I want to blanket the area on fire. The Warlock very flashily will snap their fingers. A wave of fire will come out, scorch a bunch of dudes. If you concentrate that on target, they'll actually chain detonate. We're really excited about not just the cool new abilities we build and not just the cool new rules, but the ripple effects of those changes throughout the entire build crafting and sandbox game.
Seeing all the pieces come together, any one piece, you can't see what it is until you see a team playing together with it. And then when you see a team playing together with it, it's like transformative.
That was beautiful. First, let me go through a couple of things that we saw here. We're going to take a quick look at the aspects. All right, so we have Touch of Flame. Solar aspect for the Dawn Blade. A radiant cinder still crackling as you hold it. With it, you could set the world aflame. Your healing solar firebolt infusion grenades have enhanced functionality. Healing grenades improves the strength of cure and restoration effects applied. Solar grenade increases the linger duration, periodically emits blobs of lava. So that was actually that lava that we saw from the solar grenade that was being emitted around its perimeter. So there's a lot of similarities here between it and like Viking Funeral. Firebolt grenades increase target search radius and maximum target count. Wow. The firebolt grenades are garbage right now. So I hope it's going to be a lot better. So that target search radius, I guess it's just a bump there in its overall radius. And then fusion grenade explodes twice. This is interesting right here. Is it going to be one hit kill inside of PvP? Oh, and at the top right, restoration. You regenerate health and shields over time. Cannot be interrupted by taking damage. Cure. You are healed in a burst of mending solar light. Yeah, I don't know, like recovery 3.0 in a way. Like recovery is kind of, it's like branching off. But again, that fusion grenade explodes twice. I'm going to assume, guys, it's that stickies are going to be one hit kill. Someone said 3 rifts. Yeah, so these are all your different grenade options, your different melee options. I'm assuming Phoenix Dive is that. Because this look like, that looks like Phoenix Dive. Yeah, so Phoenix Dive, Healing Rift, Empowering Rift. Is Phoenix Dive going to take over a Rift? It's looking that way. All right, let's take a look here. On your mark, Solar Aspect for Hunter. Precision Final Blows grant you and nearby allies increased weapon handling and reload speed for a short duration. Stacks up to 3 times. Activating your class ability immediately grants maximum stacks of on your mark. Wow, I wonder what the duration is for that. So this is already built into Gunslinger currently. But dude, that increase in weapon handling could feel really good. You're rocking max mobility. Yeah. What is this grenade right here, Chad? Is this Swarm? That the new look for Swarm grenades? And it looks like we have different knives here too. And a third dodge. Okay, so the dodge, the way it's going to work, you're going to have Gambler's dodge, Marksman dodge, and then that hilly divey dodge. You know, the one where you're a hunter and you're literally plunging into the ground. It emits that healing. That must be tied here. And then right here you have the knives. So you have your fanfire knives. You have your weighted knife, your explosive knife. Do we have another? What's the other knife? Do we have another knife? A fourth knife? There's four knives here. A healing knife? Might be a healing knife. Oh yeah, this might be the trip mine. That trip mine grenade. I gotcha. Okay, so might be a healing knife. Ooh, okay, knock him down. All right, okay. Your solar supers are enhanced. Golden Gun Deadshot has increased duration. Golden Gun Marksman has increased damage resistance and duration. And Blade Barrage launches more projectiles. While Radiant, Final Blows with your equipped throwing knife fully refunds your melee energy. Okay, so interesting right here. Golden Gun Marksman has increased damage resistance. Hunters, you've been asking for this for years. Now watch it be like you can survive like one more shot over your health threshold. And that's it. But we'll see. Blade Barrage launching more projectiles. Dude, it's going to have to be potent because Blade Barrage is in such a bad state. Now, I will say this. Look at the amount of fragments you're able to hold right here. Like, that's a ton.
Combination.
All right, so let's take a look at the Sunbreaker. Nothing changing on the ability tree or abilities here for Sunbreaker. It doesn't look like. You've got your regular barricade, your tower barricade, and your rally barricade. Same jumps. Your hammers, probably a base melee. It's for like melting point and stuff. Roaring Flames though, Solar Aspect. Final Blows with solar abilities or ignitions increases the damage of your solar abilities. Stacks up to 3 times. So, okay, so interesting ignitions. Oh, hold on. Let me back up real quick. Before we go much further, on the right here, you're getting an idea of everything. So
it's really powerful.
It's giving you a look here, Radiant. Your weapons are enhanced by the power of the Traveler and deal increased damage to foes. So these are the new verbs. Remember, every season we get new verbs that coincide with our subclass layout. So we have Restoration, Cure, Radiant. Weapons are enhanced by the power of the Traveler and deal increased damage to foes. Okay. And then we have Ignition, a large solar explosion which deals damage in an area around the target. I mean, pretty self-explanatory, but we need to just hang on to these verbs, right? But Final Blows with solar abilities or ignitions increases the damage of your solar abilities stacked up to 3 times. And then so Invictus, solar ability Final Blows, hammers soul impacts, and defeating scorched targets creates sunspots. Your abilities regenerate faster, and your super drains more slowly while standing in the sunspot. Sunspots apply Scorch and deal damage to targets inside. Entering a sunspot applies Restoration. So it's dipping back into that other verb. Very much like how Bottom Tree Hammer is already, but it's the verb there, right? So we'll be dipping into that health regeneration that can't be interrupted. You get that when you get kills anyways with hammers. But the difference here is entering a sunspot applies restoration. Remember back in Destiny 1, when you would enter a sunspot, you would gain an overshield. You're going to get restoration without having to get kills by just simply standing in a sunspot. If you've seen Loreley, how Loreley is, that's exactly probably that same level of restoration there. And by the way, that seems to be all we can see here as far as the subclass layout. Again, that looks to be the pipe bomb, the trip mine. That's all taped up together. Looks like there's going to be 4 knives, 3 different dodges, or 2 dodges, 1 dive, and the same for warlocks. Okay, so here is the solar ability. Look how it's throwing out the lava right here. And it's lasting a really long time. That is a huge radius. Look how far it's spitting the solar damage here. You got the warlock, the titan, and you have a hunter right here. The hunter's throwing what looks to be a healing grenade. And then not only doing a healing grenade, look at that. There's the melee ability, which also applies healing. And maybe it applies some level of empowerments. Somebody's bringing up some bracers with the solar grenades there on the warlock class. Yes, it's gonna be pretty fiery. This is really cool because this is shifting. Hunters, you guys are becoming almost like a support class. You're gonna be like, can you imagine doing this in a PvP match? All right, let's see what we got here. The gunslinger's getting knife kills. Notice that ability right there. What is that? The buffs on the side too. Let me see what the buffs say. 28. What's it say? All right, so, okay, there you go. Radiant, 10 seconds, gunpowder gamble. And notice you see the stacks. Looks like it goes up to 6, 5, 6, 7 maybe? Huh. Okay. But again, going back to that verb, radiant, your weapons are enhanced by the power of the traveler and do increased damage to your foe. So getting a single knife kill will buff your weapon damage. And to what extent, I don't know, but it's a 10-second buff. My thing about buffs in this game is I hate it whenever you run out of the room on that left side. Like, we need to be able to visibly see all buffs. So I guess they want to show this right here when you throw the grenade. You ever like throw a solar grenade and you miss? Or you hit the top of a roof or ceiling and it's just hanging out up there? Well, because it spits out this lava, you'll still be able to put damage in. And it may actually work like you putting it on a doorway or something like that, like this. And somebody's trying to run through and they're getting hit by the grenade still. Even if they're outside of the radius, right? So back inside of Destiny 1, there was an arc ability called Shockwave. It was part of Fist of Havoc. You would do a slam, and then a wave of arc energy would go across. This right here looks... Honestly, the animation looks very similar, although more dramatic. More dramatic with the 2 hammers. But in terms of what it does with that, I mean, it looks like it's got some pretty good reach. It goes all the way to the wall back there. And then not only that, it seems like it chains solar damage because it kills everything around. So, only 90 damage? Well, you don't really know, like, I mean, this is all you can see with the testing environment, so I don't even know what the thresholds are. That slam is so wide, though, man. Look at that. I mean, look, even if the damage is not great, it's got so much girth. Now, this is it against players. So, yeah, it's like Dead Messenger in a lot of ways, yeah. So he goes in for the slam. But notice he sends off flames before he even does the slam. So that does 30 damage. Then he does the overhead slam. That's literally telling me nothing right now. Is there really no damage numbers? Did it kill the warlock next to him? Okay, I don't even know. I don't know. They also blurred this out. Now, it almost makes it look like it did kill the Warlock next to him. Let me see. Solar Radiance. Is that different? Radiance and Solar Radiance. Or is that part of... Oh, that's part of the Sunspot buff? Oh, yeah. Okay. We're walking in circles here.
Sun bracers are going to be so good.
I think sun bracers are going to be really, really solid.
I'm rocking those for sure. That's what I'm going to be going with. Dude, sun shots, sun bracers, explosions everywhere.
I gotta say, the Mustang snap is arguably one of the cool... Oh my god. Holy shit, it looks so cool.
Bro, and it shoots 5. It's 5 of them come out.
I'm not a Warlock main, but for that snap... Oh my lord. By the way, we also see some gameplay of DFA a little bit there.
We did?
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
We see some gameplay of DFA. And by the way, chat, DFA has perpetual motion. He did the melee against the Knight here, chat. And then the Knight just got shat on. Like, look at this.
I think it's because they said something about like targeting an enemy, and if all of them hit, it does like an inner explosion or some shit like that. What they said?
This is a full... This is a champion. Okay, oh chat, we see it again here on a Minotaur. So this is a little mini boss. Okay, he does the thing on the Minotaur. Boom, does the snap. Charge. My god. I mean, if it really is in honor of Colonel Mustang, I mean, let's be real. Spoilers, by the way. If Colonel Mustang wouldn't have, lost his eyesight, he would have took down everybody. Okay. I'm just saying, chat. I'm just saying. Phoenix Dive looks pretty sexy.
Did you see the Icarus dash into the Phoenix Dive?
Oh, is that it right here? Oh my god.
Icarus dash into the Phoenix Dive. The movement is gonna be cracked. I'm going back to Dominate again for PvP. Cross, so Jay actually found how they're nerfing Loreley. And you're not getting a damage buff with Sunspots anymore.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. It appears that Sunspot provides restoration, continuous health regeneration now instead of a damage buff, which is a new keyword called Radiant. Literally, basically provide a healing rift now.
Thank God!
So does that mean when Titans pop a barricade, they get a barricade and a rift?
I guess so. That's actually still nuts.
Yeah.
I'd still use it. I'm going to be able to heal and get a shield.
Okay, chat. That is your Season of the Haunted Solar 3.0 developer insight. We will be playing with all of it here momentarily.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.